Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to introduce to you the city of Nizhny Novgorod, its economic, industrial, investment, scientific and educational potential, as well as its competitive advantages in comparison with other Russian cities. Nizhny Novgorod is located 400 kilometers eastward from Moscow at the confluence of the rivers the Volga and the Oka. It takes 4 hours to get from Nizhny Novgorod to Moscow by high-speed train Sapsan. Nizhny Novgorod is the administrative center of the Nizhny Novgorod region, one of the biggest regions located in the European part of Russia. The population of Nizhny Novgorod amounts to 1.3 million citizens. The population of the region makes up 3.5 million people. At the same time, Nizhny Novgorod is the center of the Volga Federal District, which integrates 14 subjects of the Russian Federation. Nizhny Novgorod is situated at the crossing point of the two international transport corridors, number 2 east-west and number 9 north-south. Due to its favorable geographical location and highly developed transport infrastructure, the city has convenient connections with all the Russian regions, CIS and foreign countries. Being one of the largest transport nodes, Nizhny Novgorod has all the necessary conditions for cargo carriage. In the Nizhny Novgorod region, there are over 12,000 kilometers of highways with a 2 times higher network density than the average in Russia. The network density of the Nizhny Novgorod railway exceeds the average level in Russia by 3 times. This is the most effective branch of the national company Russian Railways. The Nizhny Novgorod railway knot is one of the largest in Russia. In Nizhny Novgorod there is a big cargo and a passenger river port. Here in the city is situated the main office of the Volga Intercorporated Shipping Company. 900 kilometers of waterways give an outlet to the Azov, the Baltic, the White, the Caspian and the Black Seas. The international airport Strigino provides convenient direct international flights to Europe, Asia, North and South America. Within the radius of 500 kilometers from Nizhny Novgorod, there live 43 million people. Within the radius of 1,000 kilometers, there live 84 million people. Thus, our potential trade area goes beyond the similar ones of Moscow and St. Petersburg. Nizhny Novgorod is one of the biggest industrial centers of Russia, known in more than 100 countries worldwide. The economic base of the city is represented by the manufacturing industry, where the leading sector is production of transport means and equipment, 48.7% of the total manufacturing production volume. Nizhny Novgorod has a unique industrial potential. Particularly in our city, there are widely represented such industries as automobile and shipbuilding, aircraft construction, atomic industry, radio electronics and information technologies, machine building, pharmaceutics. Many Nizhny Novgorod companies are known not only in Russia but abroad. The automobile industry is represented by the Gorky automobile plant, the key enterprise in management company Gaz Group. The plant is specialized in lightweight and medium-weight commercial automobiles. On the base of the Gaz automobiles, there are developed over 300 types of specialized vehicles. In the sphere of aircraft building, the most famous company is the Nizhny Novgorod aircraft plant Sokol, that produces fighters MiG, multi-purpose military jet trainers for air forces and lightweight civil aircrafts. Our pride in ship design and building is the Krasnaya Sormovo plant that is specialized in construction of dry cargo vessels and tankers. A trademark of Nizhny Novgorod shipbuilding is hydrofoils, speedboats and airfoil boats. For the first time, this technology was used by the Central Construction Bureau on hydrofoils named after Alexeyev. The Krasnaya Sormo plant is one of the biggest shipbuilding enterprises in the Russian Federation. The case and assembly production of the company supplies the issue of the main shipbuilding goods. The mechanical and metallurgical production lines turn out goods for their own shipbuilding, goods for re-equipment of the production lines and modernization of the existing facilities, goods for agricultural industry and spare parts for big machine building and energy enterprises. Nizhny Novgorod nuclear companies are included in the list of the leading Russian nuclear companies. Africantov Experimental Design Bureau for Mechanical Engineering has advanced manufacturing sciences and occupies a leading position in production of energy equipment, including reactors of different types, and purposes and mechanisms of reactor control and security. The Nizhny Novgorod engineering company Atomenergoproyekt is an enterprise of the State Atomic Energy Corporation Rosatom. The company designs, builds and commissions nuclear power plants in Russia and undertakes projects abroad, including India, Iran and Kazakhstan. One of the main science-intensive sectors of Nizhny Novgorod industry is radioelectronics. Our city develops and produces radio-locating complexes, communication systems and SHF techniques that do not have world analogues. A laboratory of the worldwide known corporation Intel is presented in Nizhny Novgorod. Nizhny Novgorod Research and Production Association, named after Frunze, is a recognized authority in designing means and methods of radio metering in Russia and abroad. The company produces a wide range of radio measuring devices. It is a developer and producer of high-technology equipment for the telecommunications market. The major objective of the factory is to enter the market of satellite navigation systems. The company develops, produces and implements software and hardware systems of automated information dispatching transport control systems, which use GPS, GPS GLONASS, as well as GPS, GPRS cellular communication standard. The goods of the Nizhny Novgorod machine building industry vary from nuclear and electric power to oil and gas, woodworking and coal industries. Nizhny Novgorod is famous in Russia due to drug production and development of immunobiological medicine. The leading company in the sector of pharmaceutics is Nishpharm, a part of Stada Corporation. Our city is one of the main centers of high-tech development in Russia. A number of scientific and technology parks successfully function in Nizhny Novgorod, under Lobachevsky National Research University of Nizhny Novgorod, under Alexeyev State Technical University of Nizhny Novgorod. The Innovation and Technology Center under Lobachevsky National Research University of Nizhny Novgorod is involved in invention process optimization. It also provides consulting services for domestic and foreign enterprises and industries interested in using new technologies and issuing of new products. The Federal IT Park Ankudinovka is being created in the framework of the National Program of Information and Technology Parks establishment. The IT park will occupy the territory of 74.5 hectares. The premises area will make up 515,000 square meters. About 90 companies will have an opportunity to become residents of the Ankudinovka. It is planned to build a business incubator with production, laboratory and office areas and a convention center. A chain of science-intensive enterprises circles around IAPRAS. Their main objective is implementing the results of scientific research to working models, commercial realization of science-intensive products. The small-sized science-intensive enterprises under IAPRAS produce a wide variety of high-technology goods, develop new materials and technologies, create unique software. A considerable amount of final goods is shipped abroad. A unique system of highly qualified personnel training is created in Nizhny Novgorod. The educational complex provides the employers operating on the territory of our city and outside with well-trained, highly qualified personnel. The system includes preschool educational institutions, municipal system of secondary education, schools with an advanced study of different subjects, where the most gifted children get education, secondary professional educational institutions, a variety of higher educational institutions where over 150,000 students study. The scientific and production base of the city is represented by 20 research institutions and design bureaus and 5 institutions of Russian Academy of Science. With the aim of successful and sustainable development of Nizhny Novgorod and the Nizhny Novgorod region, there were outlined strategic priorities in the field of economy. They are automobile industry, IT technology, scientific and educational complexes and innovations, production and distribution of goods in mass demand, petrochemical industry. Due to the progressive legislative base one-window system of projects implementation, financial and non-financial measures of support foreign investors enjoy favorable conditions for business development in Nizhny Novgorod and the Nizhny Novgorod region. The financial measures of support include tax remissions, rental fee exemption, partial compensation of credit interest rate. The non-financial measures are consulting, organization and information services. If an investment project is recognized as a priority one, the investor is completely released from the property and the land tax. During the payoff period, the profit tax rate can be reduced from 20% to 15.5%. The economic development of Nizhny Novgorod is characterized by a stable and sustained growth of all the main rates. The growth rate of the shipped goods in 2011 in comparison with 2010 amounted to, in the construction sector, 126.9%, in the manufacturing industry 126.7%, in the transport and communication sector 118.1%, in the financial activity 117.8%. The achieved indexes allowed the international agency Standard & Poor's to increase the long-term credit rating and national scale rating from BB/RU-AA to BB/RU-AA. Thereby remains a stable forecast of rating development. These universal indexes are the evidence of the ability and readiness of our city to fulfill its financial commitments to the foreign and domestic investors fully and in due time. Nizhny Novgorod is a reliable and profitable venue for financial investments of any amount. We pay special attention to the projects of building and renovation of different construction units, which give an opportunity to make life in Nizhny Novgorod more comfortable. The city districts located on the opposite banks of the Oka River are connected by a metro bridge. The first metro station in the upper part of the city will be put into operation on the 4th of November 2012. Reconstruction of the main highways helped to normalize the road traffic and to decrease the probability of traffic jams. The sphere of housing construction is actively developing. 396.2 thousand meters square of housing were put into service in 2011. In 2012, it is planned to put into service over 500,000 meters square of housing. As Nizhny Novgorod will host football matches of the World Cup 2018, we intend to thoroughly develop the city infrastructure, to update and modernize the hotel network, to build transport junctions and sport facilities. At the confluence of the Volga and the Oka rivers, the Arrow, there will be constructed a modern stadium for 45,000 spectators with an inextensible football field, 3-level tribunes and a sliding roof. Creating favorable terms for the investors, we invite them to participate in the projects aimed at further improvement of Nizhny Novgorod, development of its economy. Thus, we have set an ambitious task for ourselves to make the Nizhny Novgorod automobile building a leader of the Russian automobile building industry before 2020. For this aim, an automobile cluster is being established in Nizhny Novgorod and the Nizhny Novgorod region. Investors are offered 54 hectares of available areas belonging to GAZ, joint stock company, which meet all the requirements of the production organization. Also, the free lands of Doskino settlement, 683.5 hectares, are available for the cluster establishment. These areas are conveniently located from the logistics point of view, not far from the federal track M7 and Strigina International Airport. Besides, the green areas of Doskino settlement are located within 10 kilometers from the brown areas of Gaz Joint Stock Company. We plan to build an aquapark in Avtozavodsk district of Nizhny Novgorod, which will be the first aquapark in the city. The construction site covers an area of 1.7 hectares. It is supposed the three-level aquapark will house 500 visitors at one time. 150 new jobs will be created. We plan to build a 250-room hotel in the IT park Ankudinovka. The hotel will also have several conference halls equipped with modern multimedia facilities, 2 or 3 negotiation rooms, a business center, a restaurant, a cafe, a lobby bar. We invite to Nizhny Novgorod those who are interested in setting up and developing mutually beneficial cooperation. We'll be equally glad to welcome you as project partners in the already going on city development programs and with your own projects. The great industrial, educational and science and research potential of Nizhny Novgorod, its advantageous location and favorable investment climate, the developed transport infrastructure and the capacious consumer market contribute to the permanent increase of the number of international companies successfully working on the territory of our city. A number of international cultural centers function in Nizhny Novgorod: Japanese, French, German, Czech, Spanish, American, Turkish, Austrian and Italian libraries, Alliance Française de Nizhny Novgorod and the regional center of the French language, a society of Ingrian Finns and the Korean National Cultural Autonomy. Embassy Department of the Belarus Republic to the Russian Federation in Nizhny Novgorod, Consulate General of Ukraine in Nizhny Novgorod, Honorary Consuls of 7 foreign states, Austria, Italy, North Korea, Kyrgyzstan, Abkhazia, France and Czech Republic, Official Representative of South Ossetia. Nizhny Novgorod is interested in development of international and foreign economic relations, including, among other things, direct business contacts between the city enterprises and their foreign partners. The potential of sister and partner cities relations between Nizhny Novgorod and the foreign cities is effectively used. Since 1991, when our city was opened for foreign visitors, we've signed sister cities agreement with 11 communities: Essen, Germany, Philadelphia, USA, Linz, Austria, Jinnan, China, Tampere, Finland, Kharkov, Ukraine, Matanzas, Cuba, Suwon, South Korea, Novi Sad, Serbia, Minsk, Belarus, Sant Boi de Llobregat, Spain. In the framework of the sister cities relations, we have implemented a lot of interesting projects in different spheres of activity. We regularly organize matchmaking business meetings, economic missions, trade exhibitions, conferences. In 2009 and 2010, representatives of Nizhny Novgorod actively participated in the program's European Capital of Culture. An integral part of international cooperation is school and academic exchanges, youth camps, volunteer projects, international festivals, days of culture, performances of artistic groups are regularly held. Projects in the sphere of public health care and social affairs enjoy a wide public response. Among them, insular diabetes control courses, establishment of a hospice, social rehabilitation and employment of the disabled. Nizhny Novgorod is one of the largest historic and cultural centers of the Russian Federation. There are situated unique historical and agricultural monuments in our city. First of all, the Nizhny Novgorod Kremlin. The unique atmosphere of the modern cultural megapolis is constituted by theaters and concert halls, museums and galleries, libraries and entertainment institutions, parks of culture and leisure. Annually, over 15 regional, all-Russia and international music and theater festivals and contests are held in the city. The most famous one is the Sakharov International Arts Festival. Our city is one of the leading Russian centers of sport and physical culture development. Due to this fact, Nizhny Novgorod is included in the list of the Russian cities hosting football matches of 2018 FIFA World Cup. The sport base of the city is constituted by stadiums, sport houses and palaces of sport, health-improving complexes, swimming pools, a ski slope complex, a rowing channel, and several hundreds of gyms and sport grounds. The basins of the Nizhny Novgorod rowing channel, where a competition of a high international level can be held, is unique in Russia. In order to correspond to the modern international sport standards, we plan to reconstruct the channel. The conception of the rowing channel development provides extension of the rowing channel, building of quay terminals for small-sized boats and yachts, building of sport and entertainment centers, creation of service structures, hotels, restaurants, cafes, parking areas. Thus, it will help us to attract professional sportsmen and foreign yachtsmen. Today, Nizhny Novgorod is a dynamically developing city open for establishment mutually beneficial contacts in all the spheres. In our city, investors enjoy favorable conditions that are proved by stable growth rates of investments to all the industrial sectors, finances and trade, as well as high ratings of international audit agencies. We pay special attention to development of hospitality sphere and exhibition infrastructure, build modern business centers. We are happy to invite you to our city to work and rest, to study and exchange experience, to implement perspective ideas and projects. You are always welcome to Nizhny Novgorod. Thank you for attention.